Welcome to Gothenburg. This is Sweden's second largest city in the far southwest of the country. Today I'm going to explore the city throughout, check all the sights, check some food and some hidden spots. Join me and we'll explore it together. Come on. So first thing you see when you exit the central station is actually a big mall, or a pathway to a mall called Nordstan. So that's where I'm heading now and see how that one looks like. So this particular mall is called Nordstan, and it's actually named after the same area that it lies in. It was constructed in the 70s and it's actually quite similar to the big mall of Stockholm. It's mostly, I think, retail shops, shopping, but also some restaurants here. And it also has 2 floors. It doesn't look quite as modern as the one in Stockholm that was recently refurbished, but it's quite big nonetheless. There's some art installation in the mall. If you go up here, you can come to the second floor. Seem to have some kind of restaurant on top here. It's actually more spacious in a way, broader than the one in Stockholm. But I think it's smaller. It's another little restaurant or a cafe. So I'm a little bit curious to see how it looks like on the second floor. So let's go up here and have a look and see what it offers. A lot of retail shops. There's also some bars on this floor. It's actually larger than I thought. And on this floor you see there's plenty of cafes actually. Some Mexican food. Burgers. Even a nail shop. Yeah, it does have something for everyone. And I think, considering this is Gothenburg's largest mall, it is a place where a lot of people come to. And I can see why. It's actually much larger than I thought. There's a lot of things to see here, and several floors. I think there's even a bottom floor here. I don't know what they have down here, but some outlet or something. What surprises me most there is how spacious it is. It's really, really broad. This place is huge. But there isn't really that many places or shops in the middle of here, so it looks a little bit empty. But I think that actually makes up. So there was Nordstan's shopping mall let's try to get out here and see if we can see something else of the city. So, Göteborg, Sweden's second largest city, is famous for being quite greedy and quite working class. It used to be a very industrial city actually. And the industrial character kind of still lives on, even if things have changed a little bit in recent years. But I want to get to the heart of it, and I want to see something that is very iconic for Göteborg. So let's go and check that out. As you probably can see here, there's a lot of redevelopment all over the city. And Göteborg is one of those cities actually that suffered the most from urban renewal in the country. Many of the older buildings demolished and changed, and I think considering that they had so many harbour areas and so many industries here, it's rapidly changing to something different. But we'll see if we can get to the other side here, because there's one building here in the far center here that I want to visit. You probably see it. It's a very funny looking building in the background, and I don't know actually the real name of it, but the Göteborgians have this sense of humor, so they call it the lipstick building, and that kind of stuck. So this is the old harbour, and as you can see, this is the heart of Göteborg. Some boats and some old harbour houses here. I think it's a cafe today. It looks like a restaurant actually, or a cafe. But you can see that this building has been part of the harbour somehow, but it's now changed purpose. And over here you see a really large boat. Boat party sessions, drinks, beer, food. Seems like there's some kind of event here. Maybe you can rent a boat or participate in something here. Well, now it's closed, it seems. So here it is, the lipstick building. I'm gonna see if it's possible to be coming a little bit intimate and what kind of reception we get, if you can enter the building or not. They have made a little island here where you can sit and have a coffee or drink. It's quite cool actually. Maybe over here. Let's see. I don't know if this is the place, but it looks like it's closed actually. They're constructing something here. I think this is wrong. Yeah. This place is not open to the public, even if the views here were actually quite nice. Oh well, that's too bad. I actually checked it up before coming here and it said that it was open, but it seems like there is nothing here really. That's too bad. Hi.
Hello.
Are these cruises?
Sorry?
Are these cruises?
Yes.
And where are they going?
So we have the 2.5 hours tour
Okay.
for today. The next one is at 6:40.
6:40.
That's the only one.
Okay, that's quite late.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and where is it going?
It goes around the archipelago.
Okay,
So this
different
is-
islands.
Yeah.
And how long will it go?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours, okay. All
If
right.
you want, I can give you a...
Yeah, that would be nice. I have some days here, so maybe I could come back tomorrow later.
Absolutely.
That's nice. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Have a good day.
Good day.
So they have cruises that takes you around the Gothenburg archipelago with many different smaller islands. Unfortunately, it doesn't go until 6 o'clock today, so it's quite late. But if you're interested to try this, it could be quite an interesting experience, I think, because there's a lot of many beautiful islands around here. And what you see here is Göteborg's opera house, actually. For some reason it seems like most of the opera houses that are built in recent years are built in this modernist style, and they're also often built very close to the water for some reason. I don't think it looks quite nice actually. Some mosaic here with some cool patterns. These are some of the events they have. You see this maritime heritage is very obvious actually with this really huge battleship in the harbour here. I'm gonna see if there's something cool to see here. I think you have to pay a ticket to get into the boat. I don't actually know where you buy it. There's a little cafe also. Hey, hey. What is the price for the boat? Can you?
75.
And you buy it where?
Yeah.
You can buy it here. Okay. Okay. And what do you get if you get into the boat?
What you get?
Yeah, what did you see inside?
The military boats. There are 5 boats.
Okay.
So there's one big destroyer, and then we have a submarine that you can enter into, and then there's 3 smaller boats.
Okay.
And we also have an exhibition about skies on the big destroyer.
Oh, okay, okay. That's cool. Okay, thank you for the information.
Oh, and there's also guided tours included.
Okay. So that's cool. And what are these boats?
Those are some small boats that sit here. You can't like go on them, but you
Uh-huh.
can read about them from the
Okay, so if you take like a coffee, you can sit there and you can watch them. Oh, that's very nice. Let me just take a look. Thank you. So there's a lot of boats here actually, and some information about the different boats that they have here. Like you said, there are several boats included. If you want to see this big one, there are 5 other boats that are included in that price. This particular one is more of a museum boat, I guess. You can't really enter it, but you can watch it if you spend time here in the cafe. Gotta say, I like this cafe. It's pretty cool. And I think it's typical for Göteborg with this maritime heritage with all those boats. But as you can see, they're also redeveloping the marina quite a lot here. So I guess this is what's left of it. Really cool place, I must say. Really cool. So if you have your ways around here, check this little cafe or the boat. All these buildings here were part of the marina. I think they were some kind of storage. But now I think they have some clubs here actually. It seemed like they have events in those old marina storages. But there's another place I wanted to check that I think could be quite interesting, connected to the harbour. Let's go and have a look what it has to offer. On the other side of the water you see the island of Hisingen, which is one of the largest islands in Sweden actually. It's a really large island that it's part of Gothenburg metro area, and recently it went from being very industrial to a lot of redevelopment, and as you can see this very tall building is called Karlatornet, and it is the tallest building in all of the Nordics, and this is what I'm planning to see next. So we're heading to Stenpirens Resecentrum, where you can take these free ferries to the other side, and it's very close actually. Shouldn't take more than a few minutes. So here we are on our way to Hisingen. So here we are. On the island of Hisingen. So this entire area has been redeveloped to something quite fancy with all those houses, businesses and apartments. So from industry to modern development. That's quite interesting, I think. So 200 kronor to get up on this super large building, the largest in the Nordics, Karlatornet. Is it worth it? Let's find out. Hej, jag vill betala för att åka upp i tornet. En person, precis. Okej. Det går bra, tack.
Det går bra?
Ja. Okej.
Alla har ingen vetat vem som ska göra vad. Så att
Du har varit här förut?
Nej, det är första gången faktiskt.
Bor du i Göteborg?
Jag bor i Stockholm.
Ja, du bor i Stockholm?
Ja, så jag är här på besök kan man säga, och så vill jag passa på att filma lite och se
Ja, men det tycker jag.
Karlatornet.
Hela Göteborg här uppifrån.
Ja,
Det är typ 70 kilometer fram.
den högsta byggnaden i hela Norden tror jag.
Ja, precis.
Ja,
Väldigt snabba hissar också. De kommer gå 30 kilometer i timmen.
wow.
Så vi kanske får lite lock i öronen.
Ja.
Så det är bara att gå på 69. Det kommer
Okej.
vara lite stopp på vägen, men gå på 69
Okej.
så löser det sig. Ha det så
Okej,
bra.
tack så du ha. She's actually right. It goes so fast, this elevator, that you get locked on your ear when you're traveling upwards. So here we are on top of Karlatornet. Whoa! Now this is crazy. Just look at this view. I don't know if the camera does this justice, but you see the entire city from here and everything looks so small. These views are amazing actually. The tallest tower in Sweden and in the Nordics. And it just opened this year, I think. I don't know if it's supposed to imitate Burj Khalifa a little bit, but it kind of reminds me of it a little. So here they put a chair, so you can just sit and look out to the beautiful view of Gothenburg. Just like this. Some typical paintings here of the Gothenburg motif. This is the avenue with its iconic tram line in the middle. And here is a model of how it's going to look like when it's all completed. As you can see, there's a lot of development in this area. If you would have gone there a few years ago, it would have just been industries. But now most of the industries are gone and they're developing it to something more flashy and modern. They also have a cafe up here. If you're getting thirsty or hungry, you can buy something to eat while you're enjoying the beautiful views. So this is the glass view. Would you dare coming up here? Whoa, I'm not really sure if I would. Just look down here. Oh, this is amazing. You're literally standing on a glass floor and you can look down. If you have vertigo, don't come here. I don't know if this place does any justice, but just look down and you see how it looks like when you stand here. This place is crazy. Not for the light-hearted. That was the glass floor on Karlatornet. 200 kronor to come up here. I think it's worth every penny. It was really nice, and actually it does stand out apart from many other places I've been to in Sweden that are tall. Would you come here? Let me know in the comments. So it seems like they have open street food market in this new development area, and that's exactly what I want to try and look at now. Here you get a closer look at the famous Gothenburg cranes. They have plenty of really big cranes here. They kind of look like giraffes when you walk here. I suspect that in the future this area will be looking very differently. But right now it feels like you're definitely in an old harbor, and it's kind of desolate walking around here also. So they made a little park here with some benches and flowers. I'm not sure if I think this is the nicest view I've ever seen, but it's quite cool in a way. I don't know what this is supposed to represent. Something with steel. Okay, I think this is the market. But where do you enter? It's definitely one of those hidden places that I often visit on this channel. But it sure looks kind of deserted. I don't think you can enter here. What a shame. I walked so far to get here and the whole place is closed. So this is how the street food market would have looked like. It's very industrial feeling. All these containers and food stands, graffiti, very rugged feeling. They even have this little kiosk on the far northern side, but it's also closed. And that's too bad. This was supposed to be Vassen's street food market, a market that opened just a few months ago, I think, but it was closed, even if it said it was going to be open. So I don't know, maybe they just have it weekends, or there was something wrong with the schedule, I don't know. A bit disappointing since I walked quite far to get here, and then it was completely deserted. But it's life. Okay guys, let's get back to the main center and check out some more sites in central Göteborg.